Welcome back, everyone. It's me. And today we're going to be talking about the top 10 poisonous plants in the wild. So let's get into it. Number 10. Water hemlock. Now this one can be very easily identified by its white flowers that grow in an umbel at the top of the plant. There are several different species of water hemlock, but they all share one thing in common. A purple, blotchy stem with white flowers at the top. The sap of this plant contains a number of different toxic compounds. But the main one that you need to be aware of is called This is a neurotoxin that can cause severe reactions if consumed. Symptoms include vomiting, seizures, delirium, and even death. Number 9. Castor bean. Now this one may come as a surprise to some of you, because castor bean oil is actually used in a number of different products, including some cosmetics and soaps. But did you know that the castor bean actually contains a very toxic compound called ricin? Ricin is a potent protein synthesis inhibitor and can cause severe damage to the gastrointestinal tract. If enough is consumed, it can even be fatal. In fact, ricin is so toxic that just handling the beans can cause skin irritation or even burns. That's why it's important to wear gloves when working with them. Number 8. Now this one is a classic example of a plant that is highly toxic, but has also been used medicinally for centuries. In fact, the ancient Greeks used oleander to treat a variety of different ailments, including pain, inflammation, and even cancer. However, it should be noted that oleander is highly toxic and should not be consumed unless under the guidance of a trained medical professional. All parts of the oleander plant are toxic, but the leaves and stems contain the highest concentration of toxins. Ingestion of even small amounts can cause serious symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And in severe cases, it can even lead to cardiac arrest. Number 7. Deadly nightshade. Now this one is another plant that has a long history of medicinal use, but it is also highly toxic and has been used as a poison in murder. The name deadly nightshade comes from the fact that the plant was used as a treatment for insomnia in the Middle Ages. However, it is also extremely poisonous and can cause hallucinations, paralysis, and even death. The main toxin found in deadly nightshade is a compound called solanine. This is a neurotoxin that can cause serious damage to the central nervous system. Number 6. Rosin. Now this one is a bit of a cheat, since rosin isn't technically a plant, but rather a byproduct of the winemaking process. However, it is important to mention here because it is a well-known poison that has been used in a number of famous murders. Rosin is a white crystalline powder that is made from the sap of the rosin tree. It is used in the production of wine and beer, and it is also a common ingredient in baking. However, it should be noted that rosin is highly toxic and can cause severe symptoms if consumed in large quantities. These symptoms include vomiting, convulsions, and even death. Number 5. Poison ivy. Now this one is a common plant that grows in the United States, Canada, and parts of Europe. It is easily identified by its leaves of 3, as well as its white or greenish flowers. The oil of poison ivy is what makes it so dangerous. When this oil comes into contact with skin, it can cause a severe allergic reaction. This reaction can lead to blisters, swelling, and even respiratory problems. Number 4. Now this one is a member of the nightshade family of plants, which is known for containing a number of toxic compounds. Gys weed is no exception. In fact, all parts of the plant are toxic and can cause severe reactions if ingested. The main toxin found in Gys weed is a compound called scopolamine. This is a tropane alkaloid that can have both stimulant and sedative effects. At low doses, scopolamine can cause hallucinations and delirium, but at higher doses, it can lead to complete amnesia. Number 3. Wolfsbane. Now this one is a highly poisonous plant that grows in the mountains of Europe. It is named wolfsbane because it was traditionally used as a treatment for wolf bites. However, it is also extremely toxic and can cause severe symptoms if ingested. The main toxin found in wolfsbane is a compound called This is a cardiotoxic diterpenoid that can cause serious damage to the heart muscle. Number 2. Cyanogenic plants. Now this one is a broad category that includes a number of different plants, including the bitter almond, the apricot pit, and the cassava root. These plants all contain a compound called cyanogenic plants, which are a class of natural products that release cyanide when metabolized. Cyanide is a potent poison that can cause rapid death if ingested. Alright, before we move on to our number 1, don't forget to check out our other videos. Alright, on to number 1. Now this one is a highly poisonous plant that grows in the southeastern United States. It is easily identified by its white flowers, which grow in a cluster at the end of a leafless stem. The main toxin found in white snakeroot is a compound called tremolite. This is a form of the mineral asbestos, which is one of the most dangerous forms of this mineral. When inhaled, tremolite can cause severe damage to the lungs, leading to a condition called pulmonary fibrosis. Pulmonary fibrosis is a disease that makes it difficult to breathe and can eventually lead to respiratory failure and death. Alright, that's gonna do it for our list of the top 10 poisonous plants in the wild. If you know of any others that we didn't mention, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe out there.